Mm. Hello and welcome, everybody. If you're a new subscriber, a special welcome. And if you've subscribed before and you get them every month, well, it's good to see you back again. This morning, the morning of the new moon expected this afternoon in Brisbane time. New moon in Scorpio. Do adjust for your location. The new moon occurs at 28 degrees Scorpio, conjunct Mercury, the trickster, and also retrograde. And this new moon aligns well with Neptune and Saturn in Pisces and Jupiter in Cancer to create a powerful and supportive water sign trine. And the balancing energy is the opposition of Uranus in Taurus to the new moon, providing perhaps shocking new insights. Uranus is the planet of surprises. And just a note on the Mercury retrograde, as I sat to record this, they've obviously adjusted the software and the normal recording process wasn't there. So this is Mercury retrograde saying you got to learn something new. Things weren't the way they were, and just don't get your knickers in a knot, just go with the flow. Eventually it all works out. So what does this a new moon alignment really mean for all of us? Mercury retrograde, as I just mentioned, invites us to review and to reflect. Mercury goes direct again on the 29th of November. That's another 9 days away. Scorpio energy, governed by Pluto, is encouraging us to really dig deep into our psyche to realize something that's been hidden or buried at a deep level of our subconscious. And this realization is meant to encourage you to potentially adjust your perceptions, beliefs, actions, letting go of attitudes that no longer serve your spiritual evolution. Neptune, Saturn, and Jupiter are all retrograde in water signs, connecting us with our emotions and our feelings. So, this is a time of deep and powerful introspection. We need to dig deep and explore our vulnerable feelings in order to understand what is past and what can be relinquished. Pay some attention to your dreams and what they may mean. You may even need to write them down and just look over them again in a few days' time. Uranus, the divine disruptor in Taurus, opposite this new moon, may provide us with sudden awarenesses, which provide fresh insight. And this allows us perhaps to feel better about letting the past go and move into fresh information and create new ways of being. All these major planets are retrograde, covering territory previously traversed and showing us lessons again. Can we perceive them this time? Uranus will help you perceive life in new ways and allow you to reach for maybe a more exciting future. Remember that energy follows thought. If you think you will experience difficulties, that is likely. If you think that good things will occur that will benefit you and humanity, that is likely to be realized as well. So be very conscious of your thoughts and your intentions. The Uranus opposition to the new moon is also the financial axis, so we may see some unexpected developments in the financial aspect of our lives. This axis also provides potential for seismic disruptions with volcanoes, earthquakes, and other earthly adjustments. Now, overlaid with these planetary patterns is this mysterious object named 3I Atlas, which has been in our galactic neighborhood for a few months now. Stefan Burns is a useful source of information on many levels. He reports on how 3I Atlas is moving and its interaction with the Sun and soon our Earth. Stefan, an astrophysicist, has been focused on solar activities and always has information about solar flares, coronal mass ejections, and similar solar phenomenon that impact our Earth. He also reports that NASA, so far silent on this extraterrestrial body, is expected to release some information any time now. So look out for that. Three-eye Atlas is expected to be closest to our Earth around 19th of December, about a week before Christmas. And there's been much speculation about what this means. And I have mentioned Three-eye Atlas in previous writings. The esoteric information encourages us all to take time to be silent, to be in nature, to listen to the voice within. This may be meditation or simply sitting quietly somewhere outside. Dan Waits, in World Astrology Report, conducts a more intellectual discussion about the meaning of Three-eye Atlas, indicate that it is symbolic of an awakening of humanity. Dan draws connections between the appearance of Oumuamua in 2017 and the appearance now of Three-eye Atlas. In 2017, the appearance of Oumuamua coincided with glowing auras and black money, the Pentagon's mysterious UFO program. Interesting. Previously, the US government had been consistently denying any possibility of UFO phenomenon. With the appearance of Three-eye Atlas at a time when Uranus, the divine disruptor, is making a trine relationship with Neptune, is it? Suggests a time for the awakening of wisdom from the higher self and spiritual revelation, and more in-depth information from Dan Waits. So I've put the connection in the notes. So moving to more mundane and traditional energies associated with Scorpio, ruled by Pluto, I suggest you consider what transformation needs to occur in your life. The house in which Scorpio is transiting will indicate where that can occur. And this energy is also about secrets being revealed. Well, for example, Jeffrey Epstein and his connections and all their amazing sexual exploits. Not surprising that Virginia Giuffre's biography is being promoted at this time and is receiving publicity because of the focus on Andrew, formerly Prince Andrew, but now simply Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. But karma there, I suspect. Scorpio is traditionally associated with what is hidden, the occult, and taxes. On a practical level, have you completed your tax return for the year? Use this new moon energy to get it finished and send it in. Also, do you have a will? We all need to have a will. Do you need perhaps to revise your will? But more important might be the persons or the persons you appoint as your powers of attorney. Should something happen to you so that you don't have the ability to conduct your own affairs before you leave this life, I encourage you, get your will and your power of attorney documentation in place now. If you live on the Gold Coast, Jim Wilson, my friend and an experienced lawyer in wills and estates, will come to you and help you document your wishes. I'll put his connection details down below as well in the notes. Scorpio energy can be about revenge and retribution. And if this is how you're feeling, ask yourself how you can transmute this energy into something more constructive and useful. If you act unkindly to others, it only reflects back to you at some time. Karma. Forgiveness is the key, but often it's hard to do. Just see Scorpio energy at its higher level is the eagle, and it's overlooking what's going on. At its very material level, it's a snake or a Scorpio in the grass, ready to go or bite or be nasty. I encourage you to express the eagle aspects of Scorpio energy. Now, getting away from Scorpio a little bit, but also in the water signs do tend to like their wines and beers. Last week, I attended a social function hosted by a place called Carafe Wine in Southport. I found their business model very interesting and, to me, reflecting the energy of Uranus in Taurus, where it has been playing for the last 7 years. Uranus is reinventing or redefining the way wine is consumed in venues. Carafe Wines delivers fresh premium wines on tap, offering a sustainable, from their website, sustainable and waste-conscious alternative to traditional bottled wine. The wine is served via carafes to the table. And this offers an environmentally efficient way of distributing high-quality wine without the environmental impact of glass bottles and packaging. Bottles are heavy and expensive to transport. And I believe that the green glass that is often used for containing wine is not readily recyclable. So I think this is a really interesting option for drinking wine in a venue. So Carafe Wines select wines from producers who have committed to biodynamic and other environmentally friendly and conscious farming practices. And so this is all helping to contribute to a much more eco-conscious wine industry. I found it interesting to learn about how many venues have adopted this method of serving quality wine. The founder, Archie, is aiming at having this method of distribution adopted by all those who are hosting the Olympics here in Queensland in 2032. I think that's a really wonderful objective to have and so environmentally friendly. I'll put his reference information down below in the notes. A day later, after the Carafe Wines, I heard a fellow called Justin Herold, a successful entrepreneur, talk about his interesting and unconventional journey. Over many years, he has created several successful businesses and most recently has launched an online referral program called Refer Us Network. And I found that interesting because in the world of technology, where we are heading faster than the speed of light, having a referral program online makes sense. It also reflects Uranus in Gemini technology, where it has been for just a short time recently, and to which it will return for a 7-year period. What other amazing developments will we see in this space? The mind boggles, and I think there's a very exciting future there. And the referral online, I find, is good because when we want to create a new pathway forward for ourselves or our business, it's usually the folk we know who can provide the links and the connections. And I don't know about you, but in my experience, it's not what you know, but who you know that counts. Who do you know that fixes glasses? Who do you know that can build a website? Who do you know that can help you with your marketing? I've had connections with many networking groups in over many years to extend my circle of contacts. And I've always found that personal referrals are the best. Now, this is all of my own writing, and I have been inspired by comments from Lisa Salvatore, Dan Waits in World Astrology Report, Stefan Burns, Molly McCord, Pam Gregory, and Kelly Kolodny. Have a wonderful Scorpio season, what is left of it, and look forward to shooting your arrows high in Sagittarius when the sun moves there on Monday. Bye for now.